There was a quote from Del Piero that I just wanted to hear your reaction to. It's nothing important, but we saw it and we liked it. Del Piero said, I'm living in America now, so sometimes I'm asked to explain what football means to Italians and to Italy. And Del Piero says, I respond, when a baby is born, the first thing that you tell them is the team they support, and then you can name the baby.
Yeah, that's about right.
It's a good quote, right? I wanted to get a reaction of it. You know, you and Gaetano, you both grew up in Italy. It's as serious as he says.
Oh, yeah. That's the main thing, man. The first thing that you get, the first time that you put your step out of your house, you have to pick up your team and then fight against your opponent immediately. Because once the eyes of your mother, they get off from you the first time, you put couple pieces of stone on the asphalt on the street, another 2 stones on the other side. You make that the size of a net, and you're starting to kick the ball around until you drop dead 6 or 7 hours a day. That's what we did.
Wow.
Dad, what's your perspective?
You know, when you grow up there, it's part of the culture. It becomes on Sunday. If I didn't go to church, Nonna would beat me up. I had to go to church on a Sunday. Well, then after church, it would be soccer. So that's, it's at that level where it becomes a part of you. And that's what you discuss during the week on Monday morning. That's what you discuss, what your team did. And then you look for the next game that is coming up. And you have 10 different newspapers. 10 different newspapers in Italy. They only talk about soccer, football. That's all they talk about. They don't talk about. So it is part of the culture and growing up. I used to play soccer with whatever shoes I had. I didn't have soccer shoes, so we didn't have football shoes. Whatever we had, and they all had a hole in the front and underneath. And I used to get in trouble with that because I was not supposed to play soccer with the shoes that I went to school.
That was it. Anto, you got the same story?
Oh my God, my mother used to beat the living shit out of me all the time. She used to buy those shoes, man, with the thick rubber at the bottom, thinking that they're gonna last him for a little while. The second I wore the shoes, I was already jumping up and down on the street, on the asphalt over there, on the dirt, on the gravel. So sure enough, the shoes, within a week, they will be wearing out. And my mother, she says, oh my God, look how much money I spent. She really used to just get so angry at me. And, back then, don't forget, guys, now you got the shin guards, you got the uniforms, you got, all of those gadgets. Back then, there was nothing, my friend, nothing. Wow. It was just you, the ball, bleeding knees every day because you fall on the asphalt. There was no, the Red Cross kit over there, so you can just, nothing, bleeding until you really go back home, and then you actually you try to wash yourself before you go back home because if your parents they see you bleeding from your elbow, from your knees, they get more, spanking on top of it. So
oh God,
was the pain of just that you have from the bruise, and then the pain that your mother or your father they adding to. It's I gotta say though just to say something about nice about my dad. My dad never scolded me that I was playing too much soccer. He only wanted to know whether I did win or I did lose, and it was not very difficult to find out. He just look at me. If I was happy, he would not even ask me. But if I was mad, and then the only question he will say, let me guess, you lost today, did you? And that made me so angry that, I developed that kind of a winning mentality. I'm not a good, I don't lose, I'm not a gracious person when I lose. I got to tell you.
I like these stories. Any other come to mind, Antonio or Dad? Anything that comes to mind about this?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have a soccer ball. In order to have a soccer ball, we had to put 25 cents each and wait until you got that 25 cents, and then go to the store and try to get the cheapest football that you could get. And the thing is that when we played in the street, if the ball went in somebody's balcony, that ball was lost. And then if the ball hit somebody a window, the old lady used to come with water, and out of the balcony here came a bucket full of water while we were playing. It was.
And what about the brooms running after us with the brooms and all the stuff? Forget about it.
Wet from us.
Listen,
they were good times.
That's funny.
Back then, listen to this. Back then, there were two. Gaetano can just attest to this. There were two major brands of soccer balls. I mean, soccer, the most affordable one, because the real soccer ball was una palla di cuoio, means with the real leather. If you hit a ball with your head with the leather, your brain will become brain dead at a very young age. Back then, there was the Super Santos. Listen to me. There was the Super Santos, which was almost an orange ball, and the Super Tele, like with the black and white Juventus type of color. Never a ball that resembled Inter colors, but it was either the black and white or the orange and red, which was the AC Milan type. So it's either Juventus or AC Milan.
That's funny. I like that.